Hi, I'm Mike Morales. You are watching Sipping Off the Cuff, and I'm here in San Antonio. That gentleman over there is
Rick Levy in San Diego.
Rick. What hasn't been said about tonight's guest tequila that everybody hasn't already said? Yeah, baby, look at this. Muchote. Rumors of its demise have been greatly exaggerated. There were all kinds of rumors. It fell off the face of the earth. Whatever. It is back. It never left.
It never left my cabinet back there.
No. I have a picture. I swear to God. I have a picture of my old bar when I lived in New Mexico. And it's covered with tequila from everybody that from that year's Sipping Off the Cup. That way, just samples everywhere. And the boys, I'm calling Will and Dave Elger, who are the owners of Muchote. They're twin brothers, if you guys have ever seen Dave. Dave's the crazy one from Hot Mixology. Will is the quiet one who just, they're like night and day. You know, and if you've watched Hot Mixology, you see Dave and he looks like this cockatoo with his hair up like this. And anyway, he's crazy. I met Dave first. I was working in New Mexico. He drove down from Denver, and met me at work. I was still working for somebody else at the time, and his license plate said Muchote on the license plate, and that was when I first met the guys. And this is the brand new label. The gentleman that did, I don't know if you have any of the old bottles handy, but you might. The guy who did this label is the same gentleman responsible for doing the Fortaleza label. He's a great tequila connoisseur. Mark Cannon, a wonderful artist. Check it out.
It's a slight difference in the bottles. The older one is more
the
square.
Bottle, I think they moved,
and the new one is more contoured.
Right.
And rounded corners, a bit chunkier.
Well, you know, there was people always complained about it looks like a medicine bottle and yada yada yada. But you know what? The guys, and that's what I love about the information that they sent to us. If you remember anything about this tequila, is that and this is coming from the two of the twins. The guys say a great tequila for a great price.
Absolutely.
And it really is. I have this picture of all these bottles of tequila. And for some reason, this is the one I kept going back to. And I kept going back to it. And I kept going back to it. And then one day I noticed that it was way down here. And I thought, look at all these other tequilas I've got. I mean, there must have been like 40, 50 of them on my bar. And this is the one that I kept going back to. And it was down to here. You know? It's like, that says something to you. There was something beautiful about the flavor profile that I kept going back to it.
It's like your favorite shirt or your favorite pair of jeans. You just want to keep slipping into it.
Yeah. It's like a warm pair of fuzzy slippers. So anyway, we're going to pop this baby open.
Right.
Thanks to the Elger brothers for we have never had it on Sipping Off the Cuff. It comes from one of our favorite distilleries, known 1414, Vivanco and Asociados. Oh, God. And you know why I loved it so much? Is that it reminded me, the flavor profile reminded me so much of I don't know if you've ever had it. It's Buscadores.
No.
I
missed
next
it.
Next time you're out here, I'll save you a swallow. I have a swallow left of Buscadores.
All right.
Oh, man. So this is what we're getting. They have not changed anything, ladies and gentlemen. Will Elger guarantees me that this is the same juice that they've always had. I understand now that the distribution problems that they had in the past in Southern California is now gone. So they are now available everywhere.
Yeah, I picked up a few bottles recently with, the passing of Don Vivanco.
Yes.
Giving them out as gifts. It's like you need to taste this and appreciate the people behind it.
This is a great introduction to Gnome 1414, I think, in my opinion, because from this, if you had any inkling, I'm not sure I like it. This is the one. And their price point for a Reposado, oh my gosh.
$30. It's
you cannot go wrong. And I'm telling you, you could have a dozen bottles on your bar, beautiful bottles, all different price ranges, and this is the one that you're going to keep going back to. And you won't know it. You won't know it until, almost 3/4 of your bottle's gone. You're going to go, oh, wow, I really did some damage to this one. Oh, what a beautiful nose, man.
Yeah.
This is a Highlands tequila, by the way. Single estate. They do use the Mozart method. In other words, during fermentation, they play Mozart and Vivaldi. And it's interesting that they mentioned that their master distiller is Jose Manuel, whom I met. I met him on my first and only visit to well, actually, I've only been to that distillery once, and I spoke to him, and he said to me, he's a big guy, and he's got like these cauliflower ears. It looks like he spent some time in the ring. Okay, and I said to him, I know you play the Mozart method. I go, what? Why would you do it? Why, are you behind that technique? And he says, you know what? He says, I'm a very numbers-oriented guy. He says, I'm a very practical guy. We did the numbers. We produce more tequila when we play the music than when we don't play the music. So to him, that's the bottom line. That's why they do it.
So the yeast is producing more alcohol.
Yep. And the champagne yeast also, which is with that, the champagne yeast and the Mozart method are almost the signature stamp of Ingeniero Solis, Leopoldo Solis, and Gabriel Espíndola. Those are the two guys, the partners, that have developed this process that many tequilas now, like Don Pilar. In fact, the Los Osuna, the agave spirit that came with us on our tour, is also produced using that method. Wow. What a beautiful sweet nose.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of apple.
Oh man.
Maybe a touch of dried cherry.
Wow.
Lots of spice.
This is not a guzzling tequila, ladies and gentlemen. This is one that for you really, if you don't like the bottle, just empty it, decant it, put it in something else, because no one will never know the difference. Okay. This is a beautiful, you want to spend time with this. This is just, it smells great in a Riedel. I'm sure out of the Glencairn, you're getting a lot of the notes. Wow. They haven't changed a bit, man. I could just,
I need a minute.
Oh my God. Oh my God. There's some toasted almonds, there's nuts, there's caramel, there's a little bit of honey in it.
Yeah, touch of vanilla.
And then there's that pepper in the back end though. I'm getting it's got a nice medium finish on the back end. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. This is going to be 20 minutes of wow. I mean,
I need some
first
alone
of all,
time.
if you know the Elgers, if you've met the Elgers, they're great guys. They're like, they're tall. They're like, they're got to be as tall as you, Rick. They're like 6'5", whatever. Really handsome guys. Like I said, Dave is the crazy one. But they set out to do what they wanted to do. And they speak Spanish, too, by the way. Their Spanish is flawless. And they're better than my Spanish, really. They really went out and set out to do a value. They felt that you didn't have to pay a fortune for great tequila, and they did. They just spent, the last bit of money that they spent was on a new label, because I know my first original bottles, the label was not done by Mark Cannon, but they found Mark and they asked him to, I'm sure they paid him to come up with Mark gets it as an artist. He really gets the tequila and knows that every tequila has its own identity, and he just brought it all together with this labeling. The bottle, like I said, the last time I saw a bottle like this, there was an almond flavored tequila that used to come in a bottle like that, and everybody wanted that bottle. So
yeah. I could care less about the bottle. The bottle's fine with me. The juice is amazing.
Wow.
And the price point is incredible. It's like they didn't set out to make a Blanco or an Añejo. They really wanted a fantastic Reposado at a great price. And
yes.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I love to dissect a wine, but if that was their goal and that's what they wanted to make, then that's what it is, and that's all you need.
Yeah. Yeah, they did not fail at anything. I think that they even made a really great selection as to which distillery to go to, because I've spoken to Will at length throughout the years. They've been around for 10 years. I know that they've been around for a while, and it's a beloved brand. And so throughout the last 10 years, off and on, wherever we run into each other, I talk to him about his brand, and I know bits and pieces of his background and how they both used to work in the alcohol business. They worked for other distributors, and they finally decided that they wanted to make their own tequila, like when they were kids. And it is such a wonderful story behind those two guys, that how could you not like them? They're so nice too. They're just really nice guys. And then this tequila is just wow.
Yeah.
What do you say? It's sweet on the nose. It's got that a little bit of dryness on the finish. You can spend time with it. You can put it in a cocktail.
I just love how it hits the palate.
Yeah,
it's just gorgeous. It's just amazing barrel notes. They've just done it so well. The agave is not lost either. It's great pepper and apple and wonderful.
They've been, according, they give a little bit more of the history of the Vivanco family. Now, they say that their agave, when they harvest it at 23 to 28 bricks. So, as a Highlands agave goes, it's got a lot of sugar. They wait, I think 8 to 10, what do they say, 8 to 10 years? And they let the jimadores are the ones that tell them which fields to harvest. So they've completely, it's all done the old-fashioned way. They really put a lot of, they give the laborers a lot of say in what they harvest first.
Yeah.
The double distilled doesn't need to be, they got two separate, it says they use two separate copper pot stills. And oak seasoned whiskey barrels it's only a 7 month, and really for the color they're getting for 7 months, that's not bad. I've seen, their barrel room, or at least one of the ones I've seen, Siembra Azul's own little barrel chamber. They're small. They're little. It's a small distillery. And David Suro told me that the secret, he says the secret to the Vivanco distillery is that they're surrounded by citrus trees.
Oh.
And when they ferment,
open air, natural
it's open
fermentation.
Air. So he says all that citrus and the orange trees and all that affect what goes in there. And he's right, and so
But they are using champagne yeast?
Yes, they're using champagne yeast, which is again a trademark.
Open air fermentation.
Right. The champagne yeast is a kind of a trademark for the two engineers, the two chemical engineers that designed the Mozart method. And they use champagne. I think that champagne yeast they use in just about every tequila that comes out of Vivanco, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Don Pilar uses it, but I could be wrong. This is just an outstanding tequila. Go get yourself some.
Yeah.
You can get this at Z, right? Z Tequila in Old Town, San Diego.
Yep.
And I do believe they ship everywhere. They are back. Again, rumors of their demise have been greatly exaggerated.
So, Brands of Promise nominations.
You bet.
Legacy.
Reposado,
Value.
and Value. Those are three different nominations, and I think you're absolutely correct. If I didn't know any better, I would even do the label, but I'm not. I'm going to stop there because we're
so fond of the juice that we just love the packaging as a follow-on. You look at the bottle and you're just going to get these lovely thoughts about the juice inside. So, of course, you love the bottle.
Yeah, you want the bottle because it's really, at this point, 10 years into it, this bottle has become iconic. You have to admit. When you look at certain bottles, like the Cofradia's Casanobla's old bottle, for instance, or what's the other one? The porcelain bottle. You know which one I'm talking about. The
Clase Azul.
Clase Azul. Everybody wants the bottle, right? Asombroso. Everybody knows that bottle.
Yeah.
So I'm saying this is an iconic bottle at this point. Oh yeah, that's the medicine bottle. Yeah, that's the one with the grape juice in it. It's almost like you completely just don't even talk about the bottle and go straight to the juice, which was, again, that was the whole idea that they were behind. I know that they were thinking about it and played around with the idea of producing a Blanco, but they decided against it because they have so many fans that love it. Really, literally, if you want to turn a buddy on to tequila in general, this is it right here. And it's not. And I'm not saying that it's a gateway, that it's diffused or anything like that. It's not. It really is so well done with a light touch that you're going to fall in love with it.
It's lovely.
Wow. I'm so glad they're not gone. It took us 10 years to get them on the show.
Wow.
That's the crazy part. We'd had it before, but we never really had it for sipping off the cuff. So again, thank you to the Elgar brothers for thinking of us here at Tequila Aficionado. That's our take. 3 nominations for this brand. You cannot go wrong with it. What a great price point too. What did you say it was?
30. Sometimes it's like, I think you can get it at Z's maybe for 29. I've seen it other places for 30.
Wow. You can't go wrong. Do not judge. This is one of those cases where you don't judge a tequila by the bottle or by the price. You must taste this tequila. If you don't like it, or if you do like it, tell us down below in the comment section if you're looking at us or watching us on YouTube. That's our take on Muchote. That's how you pronounce it, Muchote, with the accent on the E.
Value for money, quality for what you're paying for. You can't beat it.
No,
huge value.
You can't.
And even I would pay $45 for this bottle and still drink it happily.
Well, I got news for you. I told you, it reminds me of Buscadores. And Buscadores used to be priced, the Repo, they only came in Repo and Añejo. And it used to be priced about $10 higher. And I think the quality, this one is just a hair under Buscadores. So if you like the old Buscadores, the purple bottle that you can't find anymore, this is it. This is your go-to now, right here. So anyway, our 2 cents on sipping off the cuff. I'm Mike Morales here in San Antonio.
Rick Levy in San Diego.
You have been watching Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media, part of TequilaAficionado.com, or it's the other way around. I'm not sure anymore.
Chicken and egg.
But that was our take on Muchote. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Do it now while I'm telling you, as you're listening to my voice, press that red button. You'll be very happy. And as we say here at Tequila Aficionado, tomar sabiamente.